Are you curious about how much time you might have left? After turning 70, every year becomes more valuable. The truth is, your body has already started giving you hints about how long you might live. Some people in their 70s feel strong, sharp, and full of life, while others begin to slow down, facing health problems and fatigue. The difference often lies in a few key signs, small yet powerful clues that can give you a glimpse into your future. In this video, we'll discuss 7 signs that can help you understand how long you might live after 70. These aren't myths or guesses. They're based on real patterns that researchers and doctors have noticed in those who live long, healthy lives. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for in your body and lifestyle, and more importantly, what you can do to boost your chances of living longer and staying healthier. Stick around until the end because you might be overlooking small things that could have a big impact on your future. Once you recognize these signs, you'll have a clear idea of where you stand and what changes might be needed to add more years to your life. Let's dive in. Sign 1: your walking speed. One of the best ways to predict how long you might live after 70 isn't hidden in your DNA, medical records, or diet. It's something much simpler: your walking speed. Studies show that people who keep a steady, brisk walking pace in their 70s and beyond tend to live longer than those who slow down a lot. That's because walking speed is closely connected to overall health, muscle strength, heart function, and even brain health. Let's think about 2 people, Joe and Frank. Both are 75 years old. Joe walks every morning, maintains a steady pace, and has no trouble crossing the street or climbing stairs. His movements are smooth, balanced, and confident. Frank, however, used to be active but has slowed down a lot in the past few years. He struggles to keep up with others, takes frequent breaks, and sometimes feels unsteady on his feet. While Joe's pace suggests his body is still doing well, Frank's slower pace could be a warning sign that his health is starting to decline. A slow or unsteady walk isn't just about getting older. It could signal issues like muscle weakness, poor circulation, or early signs of brain problems. Your legs are your foundation. When they weaken, your overall health does too. The good news? You can improve your walking speed. The more you walk, the stronger you get. So, if you've noticed yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Start small by walking more, using light weights, or doing simple leg exercises. How fast you walk can give you a clue about how long you'll keep moving in the future. So, pay attention to your pace. It could be the easiest way to check on your long-term health. Sign 2: your grip strength. Believe it or not, the strength of your handshake could say more about your future than you might think. Studies have found that grip strength is a clear sign of overall vitality in older adults. A firm grip means strong muscles, good circulation, and a healthy nervous system. On the other hand, a weak or weakening grip could be an early warning of muscle loss, frailty, and even a higher risk of health issues. Take Robert, for example, a 78-year-old man who's always had a firm handshake. He stays active, does some light weightlifting, and never struggles with everyday tasks like opening jars or carrying groceries. Now compare him to Walter, also 78, who started noticing simple tasks, like twisting the cap off a bottle or holding a heavy bag, were getting harder. He brushed it off as just getting older, but what he didn't realize was that his weakening grip was signaling muscle loss, which could make him more likely to fall, get injured, and even reduce his life expectancy. Your hands reflect your overall muscle health. If your grip is weakening, your body probably is too. The more strength you lose, the harder it becomes to stay independent and active. The good news? You can work on it. Simple exercises like squeezing a tennis ball, using hand grippers, or lifting light weights can help you maintain your grip strength and keep your muscles strong. So take a moment and test your grip. If shaking hands feels weaker or if everyday tasks are becoming harder, don't ignore it. How well you hold on to things now could be a clue to how well you'll hold on to life in the future. Sign 3: your ability to stand on one leg. Balance isn't something most people think about until they start losing it. But your ability to stand on one leg for 10 seconds or more is a strong predictor of how long you might live. Studies show that people with poor balance are more likely to experience falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. But those who can maintain good balance into their 70s and beyond tend to live longer, healthier lives. Imagine Carol and Nancy, both in their early 70s. Carol has always stayed active. She walks daily, does yoga, and can easily lift one foot off the ground without losing her balance. Nancy, on the other hand, hasn't focused much on her balance over the years. When she tries to stand on one leg, she immediately starts tipping over, needing to hold on to something to steady herself. What Nancy doesn't realize is that losing balance isn't just a minor inconvenience. It's a warning that her coordination, muscle strength, and brain function may be declining. Good balance depends on strong legs, a sharp nervous system, and a healthy brain. If you find yourself stumbling more often, feeling unsteady when turning, or needing to grab onto something for support, it's time to act. The best part? Balance can be improved with simple exercises like standing on one foot for a few seconds each day, walking heel to toe, or practicing light Tai Chi. So give this a try. Stand up and lift one foot off the ground. Can you hold it for 10 seconds without struggling? If not, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. The more you work on your balance today, the steadier you'll be in the future. Sign 4. Your sleeping patterns. How well you sleep at night can say a lot about how long you might live. Sleep isn't just about rest. It's when your body repairs itself, strengthens the immune system, and clears toxins from the brain. Studies show that people over 70 who get good sleep tend to live longer and have better overall health. If you're not sleeping well, it could affect your body's ability to repair itself, leading to more health issues as you age. So, pay attention to your sleep habits, and if you're having trouble getting enough rest, it's important to take action to improve it. Research shows that people over the age of 70 who consistently get high-quality sleep tend to live longer, healthier lives. On the flip side, those who have difficulty sleeping face a greater risk of memory decline, heart disease, and a weakened immune system. To help illustrate this, let's think about two men, Henry and Bill, both in their mid-70s. Henry maintains a consistent bedtime, sleeps for about 7 hours each night, and wakes up feeling refreshed and ready for the day. He has noticed that his mind stays sharp, his body feels strong, and his energy levels remain steady throughout the day. Bill, however, experiences restless nights. He tosses and turns, wakes up multiple times, and often struggles to fall asleep again. Over time, Bill's lack of quality sleep starts to affect him. He becomes more forgetful, feels tired during the day, and experiences shifts in his blood pressure. These changes are linked directly to his declining sleep quality. If you found that you wake up often in the middle of the night, struggle to fall asleep, or feel drained even after spending hours in bed, you should pay attention. Your body is signaling that something needs to change. Poor sleep can be triggered by stress, a poor diet, a lack of physical activity, or even undiagnosed health conditions like sleep apnea. The good news is that sleep quality is something you can work on improving. Small, simple changes such as reducing screen time before bed, sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, getting natural sunlight in the morning, or avoiding large meals late in the evening, can make a significant difference. Sleep isn't just about getting enough rest. It's about ensuring your body and mind continue to function at their best. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, take a moment to reflect on how you've been sleeping. If you find that you often wake up tired, struggle to stay asleep, or have noticed changes in your sleep habits over time, it might be time to make some adjustments. How well you rest today could greatly impact how strong and healthy you stay as you age. Sign 5. Your appetite and eating habits. After the age of 70, how you eat can be one of the strongest indicators of how long and how well you will live. Maintaining a healthy appetite and eating a balanced diet is essential for keeping your body strong, supporting your immune system, and maintaining high energy levels. A sudden loss of appetite or poor eating habits, however, can be a warning sign of underlying health problems and may accelerate the aging process. Let's look at two women, Margaret and Susan, both 74 years old. Margaret enjoys her meals, eats a wide variety of fresh, whole foods, and maintains a healthy weight. She enjoys preparing her meals and feels energized throughout the day. Susan, on the other hand, has started noticing that she isn't as hungry as she once was. She often skips meals, relies on processed foods, and has unintentionally lost weight over the past year. What Susan doesn't realize is that her decreased appetite is more than just a small change. It could be a red flag. Her body may not be absorbing nutrients properly, which can lead to muscle weakness, slower metabolism, and even affect her immune system. A decreased appetite in older adults is often linked to health issues like digestive problems, hormonal changes, or even early signs of cognitive decline. When you don't eat enough, your body begins breaking down muscle mass, which leads to frailty and increases the risk of falls and illness. If you've noticed changes in your eating habits, whether it's feeling full too quickly, a lack of interest in food, or unexpected weight loss, it's time to take action. Eating well after 70 is more than just filling your stomach. It's about giving your body the nutrients it needs to function properly. Focus on nutrient-dense foods, stay hydrated, and don't ignore a shrinking appetite. It could be your body's way of telling you that something needs attention. Ask yourself, are you still enjoying your meals? Are you getting enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats to keep your body strong? Or have you noticed a decline in your appetite and energy levels? The way you eat today directly affects how strong and independent you'll be in the years to come. Sign 6. Your ability to handle stress. How well you manage stress after the age of 70 is one of the best indicators of your overall health and longevity. Chronic stress doesn't just affect your mood, it weakens your immune system, raises your risk of heart disease, and accelerates the aging process. On the other hand, those who are able to manage stress effectively tend to stay healthier, more active, and mentally sharp as they age. Consider two men, John and Richard, both 76 years old. John faces challenges just like everyone else: unexpected expenses, health scares, and family problems, but he's learned to handle these challenges with a calm, steady approach. He practices deep breathing, stays socially engaged, and doesn't dwell on problems longer than necessary. Richard, however, holds on to stress. He constantly worries about things that are outside his control, feels overwhelmed by small frustrations, and often finds himself caught in negative thinking patterns. Over time, this constant stress starts to take a toll on his body. His blood pressure rises, his sleep suffers, and his energy levels drop. Chronic stress leads to inflammation in the body, which is linked to nearly every major age-related disease, from Alzheimer's to heart conditions. If you find yourself frequently feeling tense, irritable, or emotionally drained, don't ignore it. Finding ways to manage stress, whether through mindfulness, exercise, deep breathing, or even laughter, can help add years to your life. Ask yourself, when challenges arise, do you adapt and move forward, or do you hold on to worry and let stress control you? Your ability to stay calm, solve problems, and focus on what you can control isn't just beneficial for your mind, it plays a major role in how long and how well you live. Sign 7. Your social connections. The strength of your social relationships is a major predictor of how long and how well you will live after 70. Studies have consistently shown that people with strong social ties, whether through friendships, family, or community involvement, tend to live longer, healthier lives. In contrast, loneliness has been linked to higher risks of heart disease, depression, cognitive decline, and even early death. Let's take a look at two women, Eleanor and Barbara, both 78 years old. Eleanor has an active social life. She stays in touch with old friends, participates in a local book club, and enjoys spending time with her family. She looks forward to her conversations, laughs often, and feels connected to the people around her. Barbara, however, spends most of her time alone. She's lost touch with many of her friends over the years, and although she has family, she rarely reaches out. Over time, she starts feeling isolated, her mood declines, and her health begins to suffer. Human connection is more than just emotional support, it directly impacts your physical health. When you interact with others, your brain stays engaged, your stress levels decrease, and your body releases chemicals that promote well-being. If you've found yourself withdrawing from social activities, avoiding phone calls, or spending more time alone than before, it's time to make a change. Staying connected doesn't mean you have to be surrounded by people all the time. Even small efforts, reaching out to an old friend, joining a group with shared interests, or making it a habit to have meaningful conversations, can make a significant difference. The relationships you nurture today don't just bring happiness, they help ensure you stay healthier and live longer in the years to come. Now that you're familiar with these 7 key signs, take a moment to reflect on where you stand. Are you moving through life with strength and confidence, or have you noticed subtle changes that could be signs of potential health issues? The great news is that most of these factors, walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, eating habits, stress levels, and social connections, are things you have the power to improve. Your future is not set in stone, and the choices you make today can have a huge impact on how many years you have ahead. If you've recognized areas where you need to improve, don't wait for a doctor to tell you it's time for a change. Start now. Take more walks, strengthen your muscles, prioritize good sleep, stay socially connected, and find ways to manage stress. Remember, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better. Because in the end, longevity isn't just about how many years you have left, but the quality of life you experience during those years. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to incorporate it into your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.